Okay, let's dive in. Today we're looking at a source that talks about a really powerful way people are building wealth. And it's not the usual stuff, crypto or stocks.
No, it's something maybe more fundamental.
It's about where you live.
Exactly. And the source we're digging into, the power of geoarbitrage, calls this concept, well, geoarbitrage.
Geoarbitrage. Okay, sounds a bit technical maybe.
A little, but the idea itself, as the source lays it out, is actually pretty simple. You earn your money in a strong currency, think US dollars, euros,
Right.
and then you live somewhere the cost of living is just much lower.
So it's about that gap, the difference in buying power.
That's the engine, yeah. And our mission today is really to unpack what this source, the power of geoarbitrage, tells us about how this works, right now.
Okay, so let's make it concrete. The source gives some great examples, like imagine you're freelancing, maybe making $4,000 a month online.
Okay.
Now, if you're in New York or London, that $4,000,
Mm.
well, it doesn't go that far, does it? Rent, food, just getting around.
Oh, yeah, you're probably watching every penny, paycheck to paycheck, like you said.
But then the source flips it. Take that exact same $4,000
Mhm.
and move somewhere like Bali,
Mm.
parts of Mexico. The source even mentions places in Eastern Europe, Africa.
Right. And suddenly that same income feels totally different. The source mentions things like, finding decent rent for maybe $300 a month.
300
Yeah.
compared to thousands.
Yeah. Or getting a good dinner out for just a couple of dollars.
Right.
Well, it's kind of astonishing the difference in what your money actually buys.
And the point the source makes isn't about living super frugally like deprivation. It's about maximizing the value.
Exactly. Strategically using geo-arbitrage means your essential costs plummet,
Right.
which frees up a huge chunk of that income so you can save way more, maybe invest more.
And according to the source, just stress less about money, which is huge.
A really big deal.
Yeah.
And the source also points out, this isn't just for young digital nomads anymore, that whole image.
Okay, so who else is doing this?
Well, they talk about remote workers, people with regular jobs but working online, early retirees stretching their savings, even small business owners. It's getting broader.
That makes sense. With remote work being so much more common now, the source seems to frame it less like a niche trick and more like a fundamental option.
Yeah, they call it a lifestyle revolution, actually.
Revolution. Strong word.
It is, but the argument is that it's not just about the money. It's about changing your relationship with work, with location, escaping that need to be tied to an expensive city just for a good salary.
Gaining back some control, maybe? Sometime.
That's the idea. The source suggests this freedom, this agency over your life might be something you can't achieve just by earning more money in a high-cost place.
Okay, but it can't be all easy, right? The source must mention the downsides.
Oh, definitely. It's realistic. It talks about the practical stuff. Visas, figuring out healthcare, language barriers. Those are real hurdles. But the perspective in the source is interesting. It kind of frames them as logistics problems. Things you can figure out, with research and effort.
Compared to the maybe impossible problem of affording life in some cities.
Exactly. It suggests the payoff, the financial freedom, the lower stress, makes tackling those complexities worth it for a lot of people.
And I like the point the source made about it not having to be permanent.
All right. You could do it seasonally.
Yeah, like spend 6 months or a year somewhere cheap, save like crazy, build up some capital, and then maybe head back home or try somewhere else.
That flexibility is key. The source shows it's not like an all or nothing decision. You can test it out.
So for you listening, if you ever feel kind of trapped by high living costs, maybe feeling that paycheck to paycheck pressure, this idea from the power of geo-arbitrage, it offers a different angle. Maybe financial freedom isn't just about earning more.
Maybe it's equally about spending less, strategically, by thinking globally about where that spending happens.
So the final thought, maybe a bit provocative. We know work can often be remote now. This source argues wealth can be relocated too. So the question is, how might you start thinking about applying that idea?